Now we're gonna change those bushings right there, sway bar bushings. Okay.
Oh, they
right
just
there.
open like that, huh?
Yeah. So change those ones.
They have like a little opening, huh? That's it.
As you can see, there's some movement in those bushings. When I try moving it, I don't know if you'll be able to see, but there is movement basically. And you can see even how much clearance there is between the sway bar itself and also the bushing. So that's why we're changing them. Okay. So there's going to be one of your bolts. It's 14 millimeter. Okay, let me loosen those up. Okay, so I had to drop the subframe a little bit, so otherwise there's no space to get anywhere. So I jacked up this side as well, and this way I was able to get to that other bolt. This bolt, it's easy to get to, not the other one. So I just loosened the bolts on the rear of the subframe, like right here, this one. So as you can see, I have space over there right now. So I dropped that and dropped the other side, and now I was able to loosen this thing easily, because otherwise it's just a pain. So now you can just loosen those up all the way.
They charge per hour how much?
Yeah, I don't know a lot.
Is $700?
Just make sure. Okay, so we're removing those really quick. Front and rear bolt, which is right there as I showed you. So let me remove those bolts really quick. Okay, if you want to see, the bolts are out. Okay, there's no more bolts, so we can change our bushing. Simply, this part just comes out like this, okay, and then there's your bushing right there. So you will just have to pry this sway bar itself up a little bit, and then you can remove that bushing. As you can see, you have to lift it, so I need 2 hands for it. Okay. Oops. Actually, you can slide it this way, like that. Okay, and there's your old bushing right here. Okay, they're all bushing, done. We got a new one right here. New bushing right here. Okay, so I just slide them that way over there. Okay, right there. Just make sure everything is fine, no binding, nothing. And then of course you might have to clean this thing up and put the cover on the top and just bolts. That's it. Here's our bracket. Okay, put it on the top like so, and just line up the holes now. Here are 2 of those bolts, one here, one over there. Okay, let's line up those holes. That'll be pretty much done. Okay, this is done, everything is in place. Now we can do the other side. Okay, now we're on the other side. One bolt is out, and then I'm just working on the last one. It's almost out. But as you can see, dropping the frame really helps. Otherwise, it's just a pain in the ass to get to that other bolt. It's easy to get to the front bolt, but the other one is just impossible. So both bolts are out. Now we can move it out of the way like this. Okay, first let's just pop this cover. It's gonna be a little bit harder now because that other side is done and it has a brand new bushing. Okay, so now with this bushing, I'm just gonna move it this way. Okay, ease this thing a little bit. Okay, I'll have to use the pry bar a little bit to pry up the sway bar so I can remove that bushing. So if you pry up that thing like that, this you can move it now. So I'll just remove it really quick. Okay. Okay. So it's out right here. This is your old one. Now what you want to do is just clean that area really well and just prepare your new bushing. Prepare new and old bushing. So your old one, so your new one. As you can see how this is spread a little bit. So it was making that clunking noise. This one is brand new, so ready to put it on. So basically I'll just go probably from that side. Okay. Alright, so let's do it. I'm just gonna put it right there. I'm gonna need 2 hands for it, most likely. So, never mind, try with 1 hand. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna need 2 hands because there's my bushing, but I'll have to pry on this thing up and then install the bushing right there. Okay, just like that, as you can see, bushing is in place basically. So let's move it a little bit more this way, and let's try putting our retainer in there like that. And then we're gonna take our bolts. Okay, and we're just gonna start them. Okay, so both bolts are started. Now what you have to do is, I didn't tell you about it, start with one, turn it like, I don't know, maybe 7 turns, then do the second one, and then just go back between one and the other, and just tighten it to spec. Bolts are in, everything is in, everything is nice and tight. Now I can start putting our subframe back. Okay, we gotta support the subframe. Alright, support the subframe. Okay, so as you can see, I loosened this bolt and that bolt right there. So now let's just tighten them. It's 17 millimeter. Okay, so you can even turn it by hand now, basically. All right, that one turns by hand too for now. Okay, just like so, and then the rest of it just do it by hand. Okay, side is tight, and let's go to the other side now. So on the other side, as you can see, same thing, one bolt here, one right here. Okay, turn it by hand a little bit. Okay. And also, as you can see, I supported this side with the jack. Okay, just like so. And then at the end, just torque them down. Okay. So now I can't turn it by hand, so I'll just switch to this. Okay. Okay, so they're snug. So now I just have to torque them down. And after that, I'll be able to just lower the jack. Alright, so that's all I have to do. And at the end, as you can see, I'm gonna have something like this. Okay. There's like no space, so just make sure everything is tight, and that's it. That's all it is to replacing the sway bar bushings. So as you can see, if you don't drop the subframe, it's just hard to get to that last bolt over there.